just woke up not that long ago, to be honest, and I'm about to make myself breakfast, but I wanted to bring you guys along on a what I eat in a day. I am currently 34 weeks pregnant, which is in your 8th month of pregnancy. So we're getting closer to our due date. And to just show you guys kind of like a realistic what I eat in a day. I am trying to, you know, obviously eat healthy, and I'm limiting my sugar intake, especially these next few weeks, just because these are the weeks where like the baby picks up the most on like fat, and I don't want to have a huge baby for the sake of delivery, and just because like they don't necessarily need to be gigantic in order to be healthy. Obviously I want her to be healthy and like grow to what she needs to grow to, but anyway, long story short, I'm gonna bring you guys along. So we're gonna start off with breakfast. As you can see, I already started my tea. I usually always have the exact same thing, which is 2 to 3 scrambled eggs with some sharp cheddar cheese and bell peppers, and then a piece of toast. And then occasionally I'll like throw in some fruit if I have anything left in my fridge, so like fresh strawberries or grapes or anything along those lines. I unfortunately am all out of my fruit at the moment. But like I was saying, I went ahead and steeped my tea. So right now I'm having Nettle Leaf Tea. I am currently drinking 2 teas at the moment. They're both caffeine free. I'll show you guys what they look like. I'm having Nettle Leaf tea, and then I'm having raspberry leaf tea. I actually had to order both of these off of Amazon because I couldn't find them in store, but my midwife recommended them to me because one's more so overall wellness and like joint health. And then the raspberry leaf tea, it's recommended to like take just in general, even if you're not pregnant, but obviously when you're pregnant it's even better. But basically it is a like raspberry leaf tea that supports the female system, so it helps with like regulating your cycle and strengthening your uterus. So right now I'm taking it just because it's supposed to be like a good uterine toner, which is going to be really helpful considering when I go into labor and all that stuff. So I have about 2 to 3 cups a day, and I kind of just like alternate throughout the day with whatever I want. So anyway, I'm gonna start with making my breakfast because I'm hungry. All right, so as soon as they're kind of like black and you can kind of hear them pop, that is when I like to throw in my eggs with cheese. Here is my breakfast, my eggs, my toast, and then my tea. And then I am gonna do a little like devotional. I normally do like devotionals in the morning with Greyson. We like do like a little couples devotional from, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the book, The Meaning of Marriage, but they have a devotional book that goes along with it. So we've been doing that recently, and we usually do it in the mornings, but like I said, he already left to work today, so I'm just gonna do something separate by myself. But this is basically what I have for breakfast almost every day, honestly, and I haven't gotten tired of it, which is good. And yeah. All right, so I have some lemon water here. I didn't actually include any of the actual like lemon in it. I just squeezed the juice. And I'm gonna take my vitamins. So I take quite a bit of Juice Plus, which is basically just like vegetable and fruit capsules and that kind of thing. And then I take a Thorne Basic Prenatal. This one basically just has a couple more like vitamin A, C, B, folate, and like that kind of stuff. And then I'm all out, unfortunately, of this smaller one from Thorne, which is just folate, which is really important for like spinal development and brain development and that kind of thing. Luckily, I'll have it back. It should be shipped like in the next day or two, so it's not a huge deal if like you occasionally miss like a day. I thankfully haven't, with the exception of like times where like I haven't had my vitamins shipped on time. But anyway, I'm gonna have that, and then I will see you guys during lunch. Alrighty, we are at lunchtime. This is tomka soup. I don't know if I 100% said that correct, but if I'm not mistaken, it's like, sorry, it's like some kind of like Asian soup, and it doesn't look very appetizing right now just because it's like leftovers from last night and I'm kind of reheating it. And it has coconut milk, bone broth, mushrooms, tomatoes, chicken, lime juice. It has red curry paste. Anyway, it's a really good recipe. So I'm gonna link it down below in the description for you guys because it's actually delicious. And it has a lot of healthy like fats and good protein in it, which is what I'm trying to obviously have during these last few weeks. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna top it off with like a little bit of green onion and some lime, and I'm gonna take that to work. And also making avocado toast, and I'm just gonna take all of that to work. My avocado toast with pickled onions, and like I said, the tomka soup. Now that I think about it, it might actually be Thai. I'm not sure, but it's really delicious. The recipe, you could use like chicken broth or bone broth. We did bone broth because it has more protein, and then it usually calls for like coconut cream, but we use coconut milk, which is why it doesn't look as creamy as like the first time we ever made it, but it's still so good. And yeah, so this is gonna be like my little like mini lunch snack while I'm at work before I get home. I am gonna be there most of the day, like I said, but it will be a shorter shift than usual, so I don't have to take like a full-on meal, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I will see you guys at dinner time. So I changed my mind. I'm actually gonna have a quick snack before I leave to work. I'm not like super starving right now, but I will have to wait about like 2 or 3 hours into my shift before I can actually take like my first break to have a meal. So I don't want to like wait that long in between like when I had a breakfast and when I'm gonna eat next. So I'm just having something small. Peanut butter is always good. It's not like super high on sugar depending on the type of peanut butter that you buy, and it has good fat and good protein. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna have this quick snack. I like to have like peanut butter and apples, or like hummus and bell peppers, or sometimes I'll have like strawberries and a cheese stick. Really just like really small and quick snack. Now I will actually see you guys for dinner time. Okay, so I got home from work not too long ago, hopped in the shower, and now I'm gonna make myself some dinner. I was gonna make myself chicken tacos, but I'm not really in the mood for like tortillas. So instead of chicken tacos, I'm gonna make myself like just chopped up chicken and then rice, and then just caramelize some onions and then an avocado. I'm still gonna season it the same way I would season like my chicken tacos, and I'll share that with you guys, like what seasonings I use. I'm actually gonna start by throwing some rice in the rice cooker. If you guys don't have a rice cooker, get one, because it'll literally save your life. It's so much easier and so much faster to like put rice in the rice cooker and let it cook and do its thing. You can walk away instead of like having to be right next to the pan constantly stirring. We used to do that until we finally invested in one. This is Greyson and I's favorite knife. It's really sharp, so you know you have to be careful, but it is literally the best thing to cut through cooked and uncooked chicken and obviously anything else, but we really just mainly use it to cut up meats, and it is so good. Okay, so I'm gonna start by olive oil. So I throw a little bit of that in there. And then I take my chopped up chicken, just right here. And I just go ahead and throw it on there. So as far as seasonings go, I use a few random things that we have. I use this, where is it? Oh yes. I use this Taco Tuesday seasoning, and then I use a little bit of garlic salt, and then I use a little bit of smoked paprika, and a little bit of chipotle chili. Not too much of this one because this one's pretty spicy. And then I add the slightest bit of brown sugar, just to give it a little bit of sweetness, kind of balance out like the spiciness of the paprika and the chili, and it just makes it overall taste good. It's not a ton of like sugar though, so it's totally fine. And then I just cook that until it's cooked. So, and I don't have exact measurements for this either. I kind of just like eyeball it. There used to be this like cooking show that my sister and I used to watch, and there was this lady who would like never give measurements or anything, and all she would say is, we're just gonna eyeball it, we're just gonna eyeball it. And I just realized that I'm saying that now. Anyway. While that is cooking, I am gonna move on to chopping up my onions, and then I've actually decided to add some tomatoes and the avocado that I was gonna add, so. So my rice is done. That was super fast. And then I have that cut up. I'm still kind of debating if I really want to take the time to make caramelized onions. And here is my chicken, which is also basically almost done. Okay, here is my dinner. Rice, chicken, tomato, half an avocado, and I am actually still working on the caramelized onions, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start eating this while that's being made. In addition, I started some water for some tea. Ignore my dishes. Tonight I'm going to be having some raspberry leaf tea because I already had nettle leaf this morning. Basically just gonna chill and kind of hang out and rest my feet because I've been on my feet all day at work and I'm tired. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill until Greyson gets home. But that is basically the gist of what I eat in a day. It varies obviously from day to day depending on what my schedule looks like, how much time I have before work, if we end up going out to eat, what I'm in the mood for, what groceries we have available, so on and so forth. But for the most part, it stays kind of consistent for breakfast. And I always just have some type of like protein. So it's like chicken or salmon or something along those lines to incorporate throughout my day. And then I try to have as much tea as possible throughout the day. And of course, water. And then my vitamins in the morning. So other than that, that's basically it. Depending on what time Greyson gets home, I may or may not still be up. And if I end up staying up way too long past like when I have dinner, I'll try and have something like super light, like a little bit of cottage cheese or a cheese stick, something that's not super heavy before I go to bed. But obviously I don't want to leave myself and the baby with such a large window of like no food, because like I already do a lot of that while I'm sleeping, which is fine. But yeah, anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure and give it a thumbs up if you did. If any of you are pregnant, comment down below how far along you are and how your pregnancy has been so far. If you're not pregnant, I hope that you still enjoyed getting to see what I eat in a day. Anyway, so love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.